Hey to my lovely and wonderful INFP friends out there, and welcome to all the people who are INFP fans and you want to know how to make an INFP fall in love with you. So that's what we're going to be exploring today. And just make sure that you hit the subscribe button because these days I'm in the mood to be a little bit more spontaneous. And I'm just going to be throwing some videos out there that are not necessarily on my little regularly scheduled program. So you want to make sure that you don't miss any of those and share this video with people that you think it will help, especially if it has something to do with making an INFP fall in love with you. So, I've got a question for you. What's more important to an INFP, chemistry or compatibility? Put your answer in the comment section below. So let's talk about the apology language of an INFP. What do you think their apology language would be, and why do you think it's important to acknowledge this in a relationship? Are you perfect? Do you make mistakes? We don't know each other until we get into a relationship and start figuring each other out. And I think a key to deepening your relationship with an INFP is by not taking them for granted, in the sense that you can do things and never apologize. Taking their kindness for weakness, that's not true. All of that stuff stacks up. So, their apology language, I think, is accountability. They need people to acknowledge what they've done and to acknowledge that the INFP's feelings are valid about whatever the offense is. That can go a long way with building a true connection. They want someone to care about them, make them feel secure. So, two words that I think of: faithfulness and exclusiveness. Those are going to be two key factors in making an INFP fall in love with you. They're guided by their principles and not their practicality. So when you figure out whether to be in a relationship with someone, INFPs will look for honor, morality, beauty, and virtue. So what jumps out the page for me about INFPs is feelings, 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 even for the men. And I have met some men who I think are INFPs who are really like presenting one way, where they're just kind of jokey, kind of fun, but then when they tap into your feelings, they make you feel something. And I like that feeling. So what's happening is their FINE, which is their introverted feeling and extroverted intuition. When you pair them together, it causes them to experience a deep sense of emotions. So introverted feeling, truthfully, it causes them to focus on values that come from within. FI by itself is a decision-making process that helps them develop their own moral code. FINE together gives them the purpose of doing unto others as they would do unto themselves. So in other words, they treat other people the way they want to be treated. That is a huge part of their value system. And INFPs are very considerate of others, which is why I like them so much. So if you want someone who is going to really care about how you feel and take what you're going through into consideration, INFP is your person. And one of the things that you want to do is explore new things with them. That's that extroverted intuition. It gives them that drive to entertain new things, to learn about new things, to explore. So make sure that you do that with them if you want them to fall in love with you. Be playful, laugh, sing, dance, play ball, go to a homeless shelter and feed the poor together. Do things like that with them. And just remember, if you want them to fall head over heels in love with you, then you want to be the person who listens and let them talk out their thoughts. The last thing you want to do is shut them down because they've probably been hurt so many times. Let them process and express their emotions. Give them the room to do that. That feels so good. Get their feedback on things that involve them. So if it has something to do with them and you're taking over and you're making all the decisions, sometimes that may be okay, but other times it's not okay. They have a point of view, so you're going to have to make sure that you allow them to express it because that draws them closer to you. So you want to share your deepest thoughts, worries, and confusions with them. They can handle it. They really can. And it brings you closer together. So that's one of the advantages of this type. You know, some people can't handle that, but they can very, very well. INFPs have an incredible way of just letting you be. They know how to be kind, loving, and accepting. They have the patience to let you act out and even vent. They're great at bringing out the emotions of others. They also want to have fun. So remember that. They like to have fun. They like to do enjoyable things. INFPs can fall in love with someone who shows them patience and genuine understanding. That makes them feel incredibly loved, and they will reciprocate that affection back. INFPs are very capable of expressing their emotions to the person that they're falling in love with. Okay, so I have a question for you. Do you want lasting love? Is that important to you? Did you know that falling in love and staying in love are really two different systems? So, you want to know how to stay in love? One of the things that you can do for your INFP love interest is overwhelm them with 5 or more positive events for every negative one. So if you do have to give them some feedback or criticism, or let's say you get into a little argument or something like that, then you want to make sure that you're pouring into them more positives. Okay? Got to rev that up. You don't have to do it all in one day, but you want to make them feel that. And you want to avoid being dismissive or aggressive in arguments. That's a little secret. So, being dismissive, for example, would be eye rolling. This impacts your partner's brain in consistent and negative ways. The amygdala becomes more active. The negative emotions that are associated with the subcortical brain region will emerge, making the argument that much more difficult. And eye rolling, believe it or not, has been linked to love not lasting. So it could be like a quick little eye roll, something they say, you do the little quick eye roll. Don't do that because your subconscious brain translates that into something extremely negative. So keep that out of your relationship with your amazing INFP. Okay, intellect, intellect, intellect. I remember taking a literature course or English course, something like that in college with an INFP, and he was such an, oh my God, just awesome. But he took his course so seriously and he knew it backwards and forwards, and there was a lot that he knew and understand. So remember, your INFP, if you want to fall in love with an INFP or help them make them fall in love with you, then you want to tap into their intellectual ability because they are really smart people. They are intrigued by people who use their minds in creative ways. So You want to be your unique self. They will find this quality attractive. So think about it. Most people want to fit in, and so they become something that they're not, that's not authentic, because they want to go with the crowd and act like everyone else. INFPs are their own person, so they're not going to be impressed by that. So you have to be willing to be your own person, okay? And do your own thing as long as you're not hurting anybody. You might make pictures out of Oreo cookies, whatever. They are quite accepting unless you're doing something completely cuckoo and crazy that would hurt other people. Be yourself and be encouraged. If I were to have a conversation with an INFP, I think they would have this message for you. If God has placed a dream in your heart, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Live a life of excellence. Believe in your dreams. And I think they would wish that on anyone, and especially for the person that they're romantically involved with, who they are falling in love with and want to spend a lifetime with. So just remember, INFPs know how to be gentle and kind, and if you give them a chance, they can bring out the best in you, because even though they're kind, they do have standards, and they want you to reach your best, and they will gently guide you there. So if you are a huge fan of Myers-Briggs, then you already love an INFP, and that's Isabel Briggs Myers. She was a pioneer of the Myers-Briggs system that we all have grown to adore and love, and that really helps us in life. She's an INFP. So this quote embodies the thought process of an INFP. So I will just tell you that INFPs, they have a special place in my heart. I'm going to always go to bat for them if I can. Not to say that I'm the toughest person out there, but I just have a special place for them, because anytime I've been in a tough situation, I could always go to them and find peace and safety and acceptance. So, if you are a narcissist, you better not mess with them, because that's not cool. And I know they don't like narcissists, but I'm sure, unfortunately, they have had to tangle with a few of them. So that's one of the reasons why I wrote my book, The Workplace Narcissist, and it's about a specific type of narcissist that you could fall romantically in love with. So you don't want to do that. So check out my book. It's by Tamara Hunter Zyon. It's on Amazon right now. And I know you're going to love it just as much as I love it, so that we can stay away from toxic people and spend our time falling in love. And I wish every single INFP out there the best in love. I hope you find the person of your dreams. If you're an INFP, tell us in the comment section which MBTI type you want to fall madly in love with, or who you've already fallen madly in love with. So until next time, bye.